That's a slightly better. Okay. Oops. Check or stay. Stay. No. Hello. How are you? You're a bad boy. Okay, so I got titles updated. Okay. Now what? Okay. Let me check this. Okay. I still may have problems. See in chat. Okay, that worked. That worked. Okay, so now, right now we're on the head cam and I'm going to switch to the face cam. And then I'm going to switch to the map. That'll stay for 10 seconds. Okay, then now we're back to the helmet cam. Okay, so let me bring this up. In theory, we're live and it should be working. Okay, so another day of testing. Although we really are live, I think. Captain, how you doing, buddy? Another day of trying all kinds of new things. So today I've got my remote control of the scenes set up on my phone so I can, if I want to stop and talk about something, I can switch to the helmet cam so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Good. Can't wait to see what cool stuff we'll see this stream.
Well, one thing I should do is probably button my helmet, right? Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So my voice chat is working too. Got that working.
Dan and let's go. The ladies carrying the stones was cool last night.
Yeah. All right, let's just keep going down here and see if we find something interesting. Man, those ladies work hard. Now here's another thing that amazes me coming up here. Look at this guy carrying this load of fruit. Now, I know it's not incredibly heavy, but Okay, let's go to my face cam or head cam. So, but you can see the pole going over his shoulders bending, and you can see it's putting, just by the way he's bending his knees, he's got a hell of a load there. Ni hao, what are you doing, you guys? Okay, I'm gonna turn down here. So he's got a hell of a load. Hey, look at these guys. Let's see if this works now. Okay, so we got the head cam on. Hello.
Hello.
Ni hao.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Huh?
Cleaning vegetables. Onion. 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 Okay, we'll see ya. Checkers, get your head in. Okay, so the girls are cleaning the vegetables, and here's the boys. They're supposed to be cooking, but they got no customers. How you guys doing? All right. Captain, you got any questions about China? So I'm kind of heading down towards my wife. I get a kick out of catching up with her or intercepting her sometimes. I forgot to ask her about the cheese. This is one of the few areas in China where so we're headed west. Well, north. We're headed west. Well, north. Cayenne look-alike. Cayenne look-alike. Here comes a dog. Checkers is gonna go nuts. Looking for a rack that I can mount on the front of. Looking for a rack that I can mount on the front of. Cause I got another. Basket, not basket, another basket, not basket, another on the front. On the front. As she drives fast, she's old. Most of the delivery people are young guys. And fly faster than her even. And she actually has a fair amount of trouble making the times. Just about anything like a little traffic jam, or the day they were running a marathon race down here, and the police were blocking traffic for the marathon runners, and that made her late on eight orders. She had 7 orders in her basket, and she was delivering one, and all 8 of them were late. And if you get too many late deliveries, then you get penalized, and you have to go to school. So this afternoon, and that happened yesterday. She had the 8 late orders about 3 or 4 days ago, and then yesterday she had 2 late orders, and that put her over the edge. And so now she's got to go to school today. So we're up north, the north side of Dali in the ancient city area. And then this afternoon, we have to leave at 2, and we're going to drive a scooter down to the modern city, the modern part of Dali City, and she has to go to school. And I don't know if she says the school's kind of a waste, so I think the school is more of a penalty. Yeah, so I think the school is more like a penalty than a learning experience. But it's okay, I'm retired, I got nothing else to do, I just enjoy cruising around on these scooters anyway. So I got to tell you a quick story, Captain. Oh, here's a dog.
Like detention in school, haha.
Yeah. So I'm riding on the scooter, which I'm enjoying. I'm making the best of it. But this isn't what I wanted to ride. I was going to get an adventure bike because there's a lot of adventure bikes down here, and of course they're popular. It's probably the most popular. Yeah, I couldn't get one. This app. So let's see how close I am to her as soon as this thing updates. Not a problem. Not a problem. Maybe I'm just in a. Maybe my signal just isn't. Maybe I'm just in a. Maybe my signal just isn't good enough. Maybe my signal just isn't good enough. Get out of their way. I'm kind of on a one-way street going the wrong way here, I think. Okay, so let's see if my app updates now. It's not updating. Well, like I said, I've said it before. Frickin' chat went down. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. Okay, I'm gonna go in the shade somewhere and I'm gonna have to make a change. This is not working out at all. Here's a good spot right here. As long as no dogs are here. Okay, I gotta make a change here, Captain. Because nothing's working. It's like a chain reaction. So what I gotta do is I gotta use this for my app. Ugh. Okay, so now let's see if I can reconnect to the iPhone. And then I'm going to go over here and reconnect this to the iPhone because this shit isn't working either. Stay. Piece of shit. Oh, come on. Now I got to go over here and I got to disable that. I got to get rid of the NDI. And then we'll go back to the switcher, go to sources. We're going to add the HDMI 2 source. And then we got to change HDMI 2 to 2 seconds. Turn the switcher back on. Okay, so let's see if that's going to work. Then we'll go back to chat. We'll go back to our app, which is updating now.
Test.
Yeah, test. That's what I said. Okay, test work there.
Working now.
Yep. All right, I'm back. But my app still isn't working. Ooh, now it's working. Okay. All right, so we're kind of in the same general area as my wife. And everything's back working again. Chat, switcher, remote control, the app's working. I love these little diesels. Okay. All right. I got a few things working again, Captain. It's been a long journey trying to get this streaming setup working properly. Well, it's not like Italy. I don't know if you've ever been to Italy, but it's like freaking crazy with the horns there and lots of other foreign countries. So I would say, here's the good thing about the horns here. Most of the time, it's somebody beeping at you so that you know they're there. So it's like a safety beep, not a get your ass going beep. So I tolerate it. It doesn't really bother me that much. In fact, most of the time, you see those adventure bikes there? Let's go back and take a look at them. My face cam is acting like it's froze up. Is it? Nope. Okay, I'm just going to go back here and test out my ability to change cameras. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, okay, I'm on the head cam already, so that. Oh, good. So there's a BMW adventure bike, and there's another all three of these are BMWs. And look at how they deck them out. That's the way mine was gonna look. I had all the accessories all set to mount on it, but it was a no-go. You know, it's probably a good thing in the end, because a 70-year-old guy driving a big adventure bike like that in a foreign country, you know, what could go wrong? Lots could go wrong. So instead of driving a big adventure bike fast on the highways and the windy roads, in the mountains here it would have been fantastic, because there's so many windy roads and everything. And my wife was looking forward to it, and you know, there's just a lot of places we can go here, and it would all be new to me, so that's part of the fun of it. I've traveled all over the U.S., so there's not too many places that are.
You can do some damage on a scooter too.
Yeah, I'm having fun. Okay, so where is she? She's up. I'm gonna turn east here right now. This way, somewhere. So I got a new dog, you know, like a dog leash, the end of a dog leash that swivels. The way I've got him hooked here, when he spins around and goes from one side of the bike to the other.
I could take my wife into letting me get a motorcycle. Look fun.
Well, one way you could tell her, honey, I got to get one now before I get too old. Maybe that'll do it. Say you have a friend who waited too long to get one, and then he found out he was too old. Maybe you could get some sympathy. Okay. So she's not that far away from me.
Very true. I'm over halfway to too old now.
So I started riding bikes. My first mini bike I got when I was 10 years old. I started working for my dad when I was 8, making just a little bit of money, but I saved up enough money to buy a mini bike, and it was just an old, it was new actually, but it was a Briggs & Stratton, and I think it was about $100. So that was my first bike. Then I got a Honda Mini Trail, which is a fantastic bike. Lasted forever. My brother used it, my two brothers and my sister. It kind of got handed me down all the way through the family, and it just ran forever. It was beat to shit when we finally got done with it, physically, but it was still running. And Then I got a 90cc Honda Trail bike. It's a dual range bike, so you got a low and a high range gearing. And actually, those are still really popular here. In China, they're 110cc, and I think in the US they've got some 125s now, or 130cc. In fact, that was and then my fourth bike was a motocross bike. Then I raced motocross for a few years and went through quite a few bikes. And then I had a 360 Yamaha dirt bike, or an enduro, after I got done racing. I went a lot of years without a bike, and then I bought a 530 KTM 4-stroke dirt bike, an enduro. Okay, so we're on the same road, and she's just not far from me. She's right up in front of me here, I think. She's got a pink helmet and a white shirt, maybe a yellow coat. And anyway, when I moved to Texas, I had my 530 parked in my garage, and it got stolen the first week I was in Texas. Can you believe that shit? Okay, so she turned right up here somewhere. I might be turned around a little bit. Yeah, I am. So I don't think I'm going the right way. Okay, I'm headed this way.
iViewersStreetView.com.
I think that's a bot. Okay, I think I'm going to be turning right up here. Yeah, I know where I'm at now. I think she's down this way. I like this street. It's a really busy street, lots going on. Okay, so she took off like a raped ape. Or what's that old saying? Probably shouldn't be saying that. I think I'm going the right direction now anyway. But she's flying. She might be down by the hospital. I know she's got to pick up some drugs for her mom at the hospital, so that could be where she's headed. But it kind of looks like she stopped now. Let's make sure this app is updating. Yep, I think I know where she's at. Could be right here. I'm gonna go here. I think this is the road. Oh, this freaking goddamn thing. I keep losing chat because these new Android phones will not, the screen goes to sleep and you can't stop it anymore.
Test.
What a piece of crap. I gotta overcome that. Are you still there, Captain? Sorry about that.
That is a pain.
Ah, yeah, sorry about that. So every time the Android goes to sleep, it says it won't go to sleep if I'm looking at the screen, and that's why I mounted that phone right in front of my eyes. But that doesn't seem to work. And every time it goes to sleep, it logs right out of my chat. So not only can I not, is the screen black, but
Messages I don't think are going through.
okay, I'll work on that. That'll be my next project for tonight. It's always something. Okay, so she's on the move again. Yeah, that's the hospital right there. She's on the move again. So she probably picked up her mom's drugs and now she's making a delivery. I want to go down by the lake. I've only been down there once. My wife
Sorry
told
to only give bad news.
Oh, that's okay. You're very helpful, actually. I almost hit that car just now. Okay. I touched that guy's little toy on his mirror and he didn't like it.
Good sized lake.
Yeah, it's about 25 miles long. It's called Lake Erie. I think it's about 75 feet deep at the deepest. It's only about a mile to a half, maybe a half to 1 mile wide. And it's shaped like an ear, and that's why they got the word Erie must be Chinese or something for ear. And they're really environmentally conscious around here. So they don't there's no fishing on the lake, no sailing, no pleasure boats at all. The only boats that are allowed on it are like tour boats. But it's really cool. Just the whole area around the lake is really, it's touristy, but you know, touristy here is all designed for Chinese tourists. It's not foreigners. There's very few foreigners here, even though this is a huge tourist area. So the whole lake area is pretty nice. Oh, here she is. I just found her. There's Mama. Hello. Okay, let's go. All right, we'll follow you. I doubt it. The answer is I don't know, but I also doubt it because I mean, they won't even let a sailboat on it. And they won't let you fish. They won't let you do anything. So swimming would probably be off limits. The one area that I went by, that was one of the things I wanted to do with the adventure bike, because touring, taking a tour around the lake, all the way around, which is about...
Head cam doesn't show.
Uh-oh. Okay, I'll stop and fix it. Probably ran out of battery. Thanks a lot, Captain. I gotta find a good spot with a little bit of shade. That would have been a good one. Here's a good spot. Checkers is going because he wants to see Mama. All right, I'll stop and fix the head cam. I want to find a shady spot though. Look at all that horse poop. No, that's charcoal. Here's a nice shady spot. Right here.
It was cool to see streets.
Yeah. Okay, so my battery went dead on the head cam. And I got another one here. I just set this up so that I have my batteries with me and charging all the time.
About the lake.
Checkers, Mama's gone bye-bye. We lost her. We lost Mama. Okay. New batteries in. Camera's on. Let's see if it's still working here. Yep, looks good. Yep, everything looks good. Thanks, Captain. Okay.
Sorry, Checkers.
Yeah, he wants to see his Mama. I'm gonna fix his thing here because he's all twisted up. Oh. Kaboom.
Here we go.
All right, let's go. Okay, she's not far away from me. Oh yeah, she is. No, she's right here. I think she's right behind me. I wonder if she waited for me. Okay, it's updating. It's okay, Checkers. It's okay, buddy. He's got himself twisted up already. Hello. How are you? Oh, okay. She's she went straight down this road and then she took a right and she headed west or east. So we're headed south right now. Get yourself in there, Checkers.
Do many people know English there?
No, not very many at all. I have I ran into one young couple who lived in San Francisco for a while. They're from here, but they lived in San Francisco, and the guy was pretty good with English, but the girl wasn't very good at all. And then I met one guy from the US, and he was from Pittsburgh, and that's it. Occasionally, they know, like, and I'm not, I mean, I've had a little bit of an attitude about foreigners in the US who can't speak English, So maybe I've even complained about that at times during my life. And here I am in a foreign country and I'm not learning the language. So I intend to, but it's really hard to learn, and I started actually. I bought a program, and I was learning, and but to be honest with you, age was a factor, because I went to college when I was in my 50s, and I got a 4.0. I was going to school full-time and worked full-time plus. I was a manager, so a director level, and so there were no 40-hour weeks. It was 60 to 80. Plus,
that's one thing that keeps me from traveling internationally.
Yeah, well, so it's not a problem really. With the translators you have on your phone nowadays, I don't even need to learn Chinese. I mean, it could be a problem from time to time. It's a little bit of an inconvenience, and the fact that I got my wife here, without her, then it would definitely be more difficult. But so anyway, my point is that as I was trying to learn Chinese, I was having a really hard time remembering things. Like the program that I had, they give you a couple, 2 or 3 words, and then they spend 10 minutes using those words and sentences, and you're repeating it. I'd get done with the 10 minutes, and I wouldn't even remember the words I was working on. I mean, I can kind of repeat them and remember them if it's within seconds, but literally in minutes I forgot it. I'm going to be a really slow learner. Okay, so I'm north of her. I'm northeast. So I'm gonna go this way, because I might intercept her, and I don't know if I've ever been down this road. Look at the amount of scooters. It's just unbelievable. So I'll just putt along here. Look at this guy coming. They do a lot of recycling here. Cardboard. They don't throw much away. Cardboard bottles, plastic. And I'm a pretty big gardener, and I'm starting my vegetable gardens here. So and I've gotten pretty good at dealing with compost over the years for gardening. So I'm saving all of our food waste. Well, meats and things like that the dog gets, of course. Meats and bones, and then any vegetable waste I save I put it in my composting system. So I'm fascinated by this. So, I mean, I can just kind of ride around and just look at things all day long. One of the things that I find really interesting is the amount of small businesses. There aren't any. There's one Walmart, and this city's about 600,000 people, and there's one Walmart. And seen any other big chain type stores. This is like economic power. You know, we are so centralized in the US. If there's a blip on anything like power, fuel.
Oh wow, good sized city.
Yeah, it's about the size of Milwaukee. But you know, as far as an economy, I think this is one of the things that makes this economy really strong is the amount of small business. It's amazing. Hey, I haven't been down here before. This is cool. But it makes them strong, I think. I mean, the other thing that makes them strong is their work ethic. You'll notice it right away when you come here from the US. And then you'll also notice it after you get used to it and you go back to the US. I mean, just anybody. Okay, so I've lost my wife. I have no idea where I'm at or she. I've been down this road and I want to go down it. In fact, if I would have turned right back there, I probably would have intercepted her. So I'm going to go here. There's the asshole horn. Well, I haven't been down this road. Wow.
Haha.
New territory. I love these three-wheel bike, or not car, three-wheel cars, not bikes. Look at this guy. What is this? It's a Buccaneer 250 twin cylinder with knobby tires. Cool. Okay. All right, let's go. New territory. We're on the other side of the hospital right now, I think. I haven't checked my battery, 41%, so I'm good.
What are temps there this time of year?
Oh, it's about 72, 70, but it rarely gets over 80 here. The average high temperature is 78. Yeah, it's beautiful. And it's 6,500 feet above sea level.
That's right, you said that before. And doesn't get much snow.
No, it's a quarter of a mile higher in elevation than Denver. And yet the average low temperature is 39. And it rarely ever freezes, like once every few years. That probably has something to do with why it's such a touristy area. Okay, so I don't know where I'm at, and I don't know where my wife is. Let's see. I'm not that far away from her,
Hopefully
though.
not in the rough part of town.
Yeah, it is a little different, isn't it? I love exploring, though. And I'm mainly in about maybe a 5 mile square mile area. Look at this. So I love this, how they're working here. Just they bring their stuff.
That's my biggest thing about even traveling in US. I know areas of Dallas to avoid, other cities not as much. I'm usually one who wants to get out and explore away from tourist areas.
I used to travel for work. You know, it really was. I'd never increase in crime. This guy was gonna freaking hit me. In the U.S., I mean, even in Houston, I'm careful where I go nowadays. But I used to shipyard in New Orleans all the time. Okay, so I've been. I'm gonna pull over and update this app, see if I can see where my wife's at. Actually, she's down this way. At least she was. But I'm not afraid to go anywhere here. I mean, you see all these scooters, right? Well, those scooters are out all night long, parked out on the side of the road all night long. Does not get stolen here. You know, it's one of the plus sides of their surveillance state. And we got a dog loose up ahead of me here that I don't really want to get near. Okay, I have been here before, so I know roughly where I'm at now. We're not too far away from her. I got a whole new setup for streaming today too, and I'm thinking it's better because I haven't noticed anything dropping off. Okay, so she's up to the right of me. Ooh. Nope, that wasn't her. I thought it was her. So let's see. Yeah, she should be right up here somewhere. Not like it's all that important for me to find her. It's just something to do, you know? But what I could do, but I don't think I want to take the dog, is I could treat this like a challenge. And that's what I intend to do once I get all the streaming shit working properly, so that I could take off in the morning with her and just time and see how long I can stick with her.
Oh yeah, sounds cool while exploring.
Yeah. So I'll just follow her and see how long I can stay with her. How many minutes, you know? So it'll be it'll be like a challenge. The first, I haven't been able to stick with her for more than probably 5 minutes so far. But I also got the dog, so I'm really not trying to go too fast, you know? There's two things wrong with having the dog. One, I don't want to get him hurt.
She just more of a daredevil or faster scooter?
Yeah, she's same speed. We're both got 1500 watt engines. I have a little bit more weight. I'm 20 pounds heavier than her, and the dog is another 25. So I've got maybe 40 pounds more on a 1500 watt bike. I haven't been down this road before. So, but no, it's mostly skill. She's, I'm not good at going that fast, even though I was a former motocross racer. I'm not as good at her as weaving through traffic. And honestly, I haven't been willing to go that fast even. So, but I do enjoy a challenge, and I do enjoy going fast. So as soon as I get confident in all of my streaming equipment here, maybe in a couple days,
Makes sense.
I'll give it a shot. So I've had a lot of different jobs. I've worked for two companies, one of them for 40 years and the other for 10 years. And then I worked for my dad for many years too, but that was like a third job, side job for many years. But so I've had a lot of different roles. In fact, I've done just about, or at least managed every department in any kind of a business. And several times I was in sales as the director of sales or the manager of sales. And I had one period of time where our company needed to expand into some new markets. So I did, and we were up in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, where it took forever to fly in and out of. Look at all the bikes. I should be looking at this closer. So I did my sales in a motorhome, a big diesel pusher. And I spent a lot of time in Dallas. I had quite a few customers in the Dallas. In the Dallas area. This is exactly. It's like a bike junkyard. I need another rack for the front of this bike. What's going on? How you doing? No English? What? No English? How you doing today?
非常好，谢谢。非常好，谢谢。
I'm just messing with this guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
He might have a. I should have asked him. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna ask this guy. Yeah, he don't have what I'm looking for. Where's my wife? Oh, I lost her. She's back behind me somewhere. Sorry. Just cut that lady off big time. Not good. What time's it getting to be? 12:44. Ooh, there's a nice adventure bike. Doesn't seem like a heavily traveled road or area.
Does your wife do deliveries all day?
About 8 hours. Hi. Woo, he's happy. He found Mama. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 4.
Uh-oh. 4. Oh, we gotta go at 2 o'clock. We gotta go to this,
5 tiếng, Billy. 5 tiếng.
Okay. All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello.
Oh. Yeah, I should have introduced you to her. Sorry about that, Captain. Next time I will. I got to head back home. It'll take me a little while. So we have to go to that class this afternoon, and it's about 35 minutes away by scooter.
All good. She looks like she is working hard.
Yeah. Yeah, she's all business. They don't make much money, I can tell you that. See, in China, the retirement age is for women is 55, and I think for men it's 62. And their retirement is mandatory. They get a pension, but so at 50 years old, she's basically forced to quit her job. And she had various different jobs. She owned a couple restaurants for a while and lost them in COVID, when COVID hit here, which was
That stinks.
way worse than it. COVID hit them here harder than it did in the U.S. even. And she ran an electronics store. She ran she was the manager of some kind of sales organization. And she was just, when was it? Last August, they changed the retirement age for women to 50. And so she was forced to retire at 50. And so she's getting a pension, so it's not horrible. But even her delivery company that she works for, they won't let her do their normal delivery program because she's over 50. So, like the young guys that do deliveries, I think they make pretty decent money. But they pay her, anybody over 50, less. So she don't make much money at it. In fact, she's doing it more as a, like, spending money or something to do than it is trying to be her main income. But it's